rocket strikes, is what I think smoked him out, kept him moving, and they found him on the move.
And Richard, talk a little bit more about what kind of preparations would be in place right now inside the government to guard against any kind of follow-on strikes by Al-Qaeda.
Well, George, there's an overall contingency plan that the White House has put together for when this happens. And Martha's seeing it and describing it from one end, which is the secrecy, the meetings, the limited access meetings, the attempt to get the DNA. All of that is part of the plan that's been worked out in advance. The other part, of course, is to step up security at key U.S. facilities around Afghanistan, Pakistan, elsewhere in the Middle East. And orders are going out tonight to all of those posts to step up security, just in case there is some sort of protest or there is some sort of spontaneous attack.
Okay, and let's pause as you were just speaking. Richard Clark, thanks very much. That is the picture from Ground Zero, 9/11/2001. 2 planes ordered by Osama bin Laden go into the World Trade Center. 2,974 Americans dead. Brian Ross, no doubt people will be flocking to that site tomorrow.
Indeed, and I think the death of bin Laden will raise questions about who, if anyone, has been protecting him if in fact he was killed in Pakistan. We're getting reports now that it was U.S. ground forces who were involved in this. If that took place in Pakistan, that would raise its own questions, although ground forces in the U.S. are not supposed to operate inside Pakistan. But the larger question is, in those years he's been on the run, who has protected him? Who has helped hide him? And that's one of the, I think, the questions that needs to unravel. Once the jubilation is over, there will be serious issues regarding that.
And you're saying now that we are getting reports now that it may have been U.S. ground forces who took him. His body is in custody, and that gets into the whole question of what the rules of engagement were for Osama bin Laden, whether he was to be captured or killed. No, everyone believed, of course, that he would fight to the death.
He reportedly had given his bodyguards orders that he was not to be taken alive, that their instructions were to kill him should it get to the point where he was about to be captured. He expected that. He boasted that. Just looking at some of the old tapes, George, that he issued in 2009, September, he said, Obama is a weakened man. He will never be able to stop this war. He taunted President Obama. He taunted President Bush, boasted of his ability to evade the U.S. manhunt and to continue operations.
And there were so many people inside and outside the United States government who never believed he could indeed be caught or killed.
Right, and it was the perseverance of both the CIA and the military. They could find him. It is at really the end of the earth when you go to the areas where he has been hiding. Nevertheless, they developed ways to look into caves, to track purchases of food in those regions. They believe he's traveling with a large group of people, and that required certain logistics, and that's one of the things they were looking for. As they looked in these areas, was there a purchase of large amounts of rice? Was there gasoline for cars? And the thought was that would help track him down. And this information, Jonathan Karl is reporting that the information now is that the U.S. ground forces were involved and going after bin Laden, tracking him down, and that all around him were killed in apparently a very fierce battle.
And that